I graduated from Oklahoma State and moved here with my girlfriend at the time, wife now. We settled down in Broken Arrow, and I've been brewing beer. I started when I was in college and been brewing ever since. And
we retired in Minnesota, had no reason to stay there and keep shoveling snow, so we came down a lot closer to these guys, ended up in Broken Arrow. We had been in Oklahoma for 15 years, several years back, and really liked it, and kind of lucked out ending up in Broken Arrow. Great little city.
I'm a mechanical engineer, and I work as an engineer downtown currently for the time being. So as soon as we get ready to open here, I'll be transitioning my job functions here full time.
Be head brewer.
Head brewer.
I was in IT for 30 years, retired, moved down here, and got bored after 5 years, and we've always both loved brewing and decided to give it a shot here.
Been brewing together in his garage for the past 6 years, constantly discussing the idea of opening our own brewery, and Here we are. So I had a part-time job at college on a ranch just outside of town, and the guy that owned the ranch taught me how to brew, kind of showed me the ropes of how to do it, and found it pretty interesting, just the process and some of the science behind it. And it's kind of a blend of science and art, which I really, really liked. Caught my attention as an engineer, I guess. So that's how I kind of learned and got into it. And then I've just been learning more and more, and the more I learn about it, the more I love it. So
I just came along as the hired help and got caught up in it. And it's just, we both enjoy it. We both love the process, and kind of made that our tagline because it's fun. We just enjoy the process.
We both enjoy doing it together, and
Yep.
so we've been working on this process for probably about 4 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Probably looking for buildings for close to 3 years, I would say. Finally found this location. We really liked it, and we saw a ton of potential in it. So we got a 10-barrel brew house coming from Alpha with 4 fermenters and 2 bright tanks. We kind of toyed around with different sizes, and we kind of landed on 10-barrel being a good size for us because it'll allow us to really, it's not big enough where we can't do a lot of new interesting things and have constant rotating taps, but it's also big enough where we don't have to be brewing every single day, so we can really spend some time talking to people that are in here and just nerding out over beer with people. And it also, it's big enough where when we get to the point where we're comfortable distributing, we can go ahead and do that, and when we start packaging and that sort of thing. So.
The Nook came up when they were going to high school and even through college. We had a fire pit in our backyard, and everybody called it the Nook. And it was just a place that everybody wanted to hang out. Kids all came. Barb and I'd go down every once in a while on a Friday or Saturday night. There'd be a few parents there along with the kids. So it was just a real comfortable, relaxed environment where everybody just got together and had a good time. So we kind of took that philosophy and we want to transfer it here, that same kind of thing. Come in, relax, have a beer, sit around, talk with friends, make new friends, talk with us.
We venture out a little bit into the European style beers. We have a Kolsch and a Saison and a Doppelbock that we're really proud of. But for the most part, we're going to focus on American style beers. We both like a lot of bold, in-your-face flavors, so we'll be doing a lot of those citrusy, hazy, juicy IPAs, and a lot of stuff like coffee stouts and that sort of thing. And we love experimenting. I mean, that's part of what makes the craft fun. That's what people love, is trying new things, and that's what we're all about because it's fun. So we'll have a core group of staple beers that we'll always have, and then we'll have probably half our taps will be rotating, a lot of experimental stuff that will be fun for people to come in and try something they've never seen or heard of or thought about. Part of what is important to us is family. We really enjoy family, so I mean, father-son team, so we want to make sure it's comfortable for other families as well. So that's why we're incorporating a kids room. We'll have decked out with all sorts of toys and stuff, with a bar that the parents can sit at and watch their kids, so everybody can have a good time. That's part of what we ran into visiting other breweries. Is I've got a 5 and a 3-year-old that when we would go to breweries, there's nothing for them to do, so they would get antsy real quick. So we want to make it a comfortable. So we're getting our brew house in the next week and our walk-in cooler in the next week. We're currently going through all the licensing right now, so we're hoping we can start brewing within the next month. So we're shooting for sometime early October to open.
Family is a big deal to us, and I wanted them to feel a part of it. Hopefully they'll grow up here, and I want them to feel a part of it so they can go back and look and say, man, when I was 3, I remember, doing my handprints. So they can be a part of it all along and grow up here and be comfortable here. We're pretty excited about the kids' room, so as we start making progress on that, we'll post a lot of pictures of that too. That's, I think something a little unusual in Tulsa right now, but I think it's important. Everybody that we've talked to is very supportive of that. So